Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star with me, RockPaperMario, and it's time for the special entertainment! Oh my god. Welcome to the Maximilian Pegasus special talk show. Good evening, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I am the grand artist who has offered his life, his very soul, up to the imagination. Wait a second, I was able to say his name before, Nishikikoji Tori. I don't think I'm that bad at it, to be honest. I don't imagine there are many listeners who don't already know it by heart, but allow me to give a brief introduction of my glorious exemplary career so far. Once I was the ace of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division of the Hawk Party Research Organization, woohoo! And now I'm a manager at the Crow Party, and also chief editor of the popular Golden Weekly magazine. I doubt anyone in the world is as busy as I am. You are all incredibly grateful that I am taking this time out of my schedule to conduct a question and answer session of course. Woohoo! Mr. Nishikikoji! Oh my god, did he lock Ryota into a closet or something? Please open the door. Oh no, it's Sakuya. Wait. Bah! It won't open no matter how hard we push or pull. It must be locked from the inside. It looks like everyone's here. Sakuya wants to be on the air as well. Maybe they were going to have a live performance of Sakuya's latest #1 hit or something. What do we do? At this rate, an entire chapter of the radio program is going to be overrun by some unfortunate golden pheasant disaster. One of his cockeyed plans to take over the world again, or destroy the world. You in there, open up this instant. You were bad enough in the Legumentine's short. Are you planning to ruin this too? Do you think an outsider like you will go unpunished for this? We won't stop at charges of trespassing, you hooligan. Actually, do you know that whole thing about how, ever since his youth, that butler guy has been looking after Sakuya? Where's he been all this time when we needed him, Where's he been? It's awfully loud out there. Would the peanut gallery mind keeping its fevered gibberings to itself? This racket is in no way beautiful. Let me put on some secret music. Oh my god, that is secret music. I didn't even know. Now then, let's begin my artistic question and answer session, Yugi boy. The first is from a young lad by the name of Hatomi is my waifu. When are you going to discontinue Golden Dove? It's gotten really lame and it just feels like he's run out of ideas with all the new characters he introduces. Boom! Do you know what I was trying to find, actually, what this is reminding me of? There's this thing that they used to do, I don't know how, widespread it was, but I've definitely seen it in anime before, but more in, older ones, 80s and 90s kind of ones, where, the person would turn into sand and slowly blow away, when they got shocked, or, when something like this happened, they'd turn into sand and slowly blow away. But I was trying to find a clip of it or find people talking about it at all, and I couldn't find anything referring to it. It was ridiculous. And I was thinking maybe I never even saw it in the first place. Maybe I'm making it up. But I've definitely seen it, when someone gets shocked or gets the rug pulled out from under their feet like that you just freeze and then slowly blow away from the top down as if they were sand or something. I don't know. What is this? Do you know how long Mr. Takahashi labored in obscurity, even after he made his debut? Living the ignominious life of a non-serialized author, even when he could get serialized positions, he was never popular. And you see, that's what I'm talking about, the questionnaires. So he'd always be dropped. I know what it's like. I read that manga or whatever. There is that one manga about the kids who want to become manga writers or whatever, Bakuman or whatever it's called. It's really, really good. I remember I read the whole, I read it as it was coming out, a few years ago now, and it's definitely about 4 years ago at this stage, or more. You cannot possibly comprehend how he suffered, and then he came to me, to Golden Weekly. He was the first artist whose serials worked out for me. We struggled all this way together like unfortunate twins joined at the hip, so I was shamefully forced to run in every three-legged race ever. Do you have any idea how much sweat, how many tears, how much of his own life blood he was poured into the Golden Dove? You don't, do you? You know nothing of the joy of a long-running series, you disgusting Philistine. Oh my god, he's really, going ham is what he's doing. So don't just go talking shit about discontinuing it, jeez. Ah, well then, at least I got that out of my system. That music was really good as well. Things sure seem lively in there. I wish he'd opened the door already. Don't worry, you'll get your radio booth back at some stage. On the contrary, he seems to be ignoring us entirely. I can't believe a disgrace like this is allowed on campus. It is most vexing. He's not allowed. He probably just showed up again. Just like you're just showing up now. With an AK-47? What are you doing? It's like, what's going on? Yuya, my hero. No one asked for you to show up. Wait, what are you carrying? Or are you jealous of the attention Ryota is giving Yuya? Like that whole, in that whole, later portion of the original game, there's totally a lot of, Sakuya Ryota stuff going on. I totally ship Sakuya and Ryota in this game. Well, in the last game, not in this one. I've got permission to force my way in. Gotta protect the peace and tranquility of the campus after all. I'm going to break down this door whether it's locked or not. Get back a little. The next one is from... Sorry, my nose is blocked. The next one is from Testy Robin. Robin's testes. I'm tired of the reversible dust jacket. Come up with a more interesting bonus, or I'm not buying your magazine anymore. Well, you know what I'd say to people like you is, we don't want people like you buying our magazine, so just fuck off, is what I'd say. Oh my god, I'm kind of getting scared that I'm on the same wavelength as Tori Amos here. He's like, then don't buy it. Why? Why? Don't you think something is wrong with this trend among publishers of trying to outcompete each other through bonus items? A magazine should be just by what's inside, where the competition lies. Don't be... That sounded like Winnie, Winifred Sanderson is what that sounded like where the competition lies. But be fooled by those frivolities. The real artistry lies sparkling within. Joe, when she's there and she's like, we're doomed, we're doomed. That's what it sounded like. That's as far as you go, Nishiki Koji Tori. Put your wings behind your head. What? What is a high school student doing with that thing? He's going to point it at you. Didn't you know, mister? It's a must-have item for any fashionable teenage boy. Or any, what's her name? Patty Hearst fan. Or is that her name? We have you surrounded. Come quietly and don't try anything. Let's make this as nice as possible, shall we? I don't want to have to shoot you. Not very much, anyway. That rifle. I see, so you're with one blowjob. Woohoo! Woohoo! Well then, I shall withdraw for today, but one day the school shall be mine. Why? Why do you want the school? Darn it, there goes another window. Well, trust me, Angela was going to break in one of these little radio episodes at some stage anyway, so... it was going to break sometime. It's a wonder there are any windows left in this school as it is, with all the people that keep breaking them all. We're short on time, so you should probably just get started. Right, thank you, Yuya, my hero. But where does he keep getting those things? From one blowjob. He probably gives one blowjob and gets something for it, is what it is. Now then, let's try this again. The how and why of St. Pigeonatians. Here's the question box. I'll be joining in for today. This time we've got questions from Westerners. My English isn't very good, so Sakuya will be helping out. Yeah, because he's actually educated, not like you. Already in high school and you still can't use English. Your future is bleak indeed. I'm not planning to go overseas, so it won't be that bad, I hope. Alright, first question. From one... what? Special X17? That sounds more like a password than a handle. What is Hyoko's favorite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? What is Harry's favorite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? Can you answer that? Hyoko's favorite weapon? Well, a few years ago she really liked the bamboo pole. But I think lately she's been using the copper sword more. Genie Max, I go around the place swinging a sword around. The more I find out about myself, the more amused I am. Wouldn't it be a bit dull for that? It doesn't cut very well, but she said it doesn't matter because she just bludgeons everything to death anyway. I just hit it until it stops moving. We're a little short in time thanks to a certain someone. Yeah, but I like him. He's funny. He's just using his instincts like a parrot or a chameleon or something. This is from Rabbit Doubt. Sakuya, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Never. Hey, translate it into English first. Or Japanese, I guess, since this is the English release. What? I don't actually need you here at all, but if we started cutting whole characters out of scenes just because language barrier jokes don't really work then things would get pretty confused really quickly. That's really interesting. So I suppose, like, maybe in the original Japanese version, like, it would all be in Japanese, obviously, but the parts that Sakuya is reading in English might be written in English. So if you were, like, reading it in Japanese, like, you could tell, like, it would make more sense because Ryota wouldn't understand what Sakuya was saying the first time, which is cool. Sakuya. I'll try and, like, read this almost as creepily as I read it the first time. Sakuya, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Why should I let myself be touched by common riffraff? That's too bad, Rabbit Doubt. Maybe he'll let you touch them if you become nobility. This one's anonymous. Anonymous. What are your thoughts on Brian Pigeon? He's just one of those dopes who got famous on the internet. Do you consider his blog to be quality literature? On second thoughts, maybe it would be okay if you didn't bother repeating everything after all. Look here, peasant, I've got one job on this lousy show. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. Do it. Okay. Anyway, Brian, wait, who? Don't you even know that, you ignoramus? He's a great pigeon from the land of Great Britain, and the very first intellectual Columbid. Go look up Brian Pigeon online for the good of us all. It's really funny because if you do look him up, he actually does exist. I remember, like, doing that the first time in the first game. Whoa, but this blog is in English. English localization or no, I still can't read it. Of course it's in English. He lives in London, you fool. His posts may even count as fine literature, or at the very least, they're culturally quite valuable. They will definitely leave a mark on avian history to come. Wow, he must be really important. I'll have to work hard on my English so I can read his blog. You do that, you dog with a blog. Here's the last one. It's anonymous too, it's for San. We don't need that, we don't need him. I love you. Cuckoo. Of course I love you too. Okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Sakuya, I understood that. Don't ask so proud, neophyte. Well, I guess that's about it for today. Indeed, we shall have to cut this session short. It's almost time for the school to close. Let us make a smooth exit. Yeah, you remember what happened the last time we were trapped in the school. Bye-bye, everybody. Stay fresh. Oh my god. What is happening? These radio things are just ridiculous. Guess we'll move on to the next one. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, these actually are so funny. I love them. Like, I loved it. Like, because I was considering, like, not even bothering looking at these because we're like, oh, they're obviously just some stupid extra thing. But they're actually really, really fun. And they're, like, a nice kind of, like, as well with the short episodes as well. But especially these radio things, they're a real nice kind of break from the game. They're kind of a nice way to kind of, a nice note to end on, I think. Because they're not that serious, you know? They're just fun. Anyway, spoilers ahead, so watch out. The how and why of Saint Pigeonations. It's time to break out the question box. Tell me what you think about this. This is Kawara Ryota from class 2-3. Last time was a little exciting, wasn't it? I'm glad we didn't get dropped. Dropped by who? Like, this time we're doing a special feature on Bubba Bull, or Bad Boys Love, is an extra long truth scenario which was included with the full version of the game. Today we'll be answering questions about Bad Boys Love, I suppose, or BBL. So be warned, there will be spoilers. I don't recommend continuing with this if you haven't finished it yet. Well, yeah, I presume I've done it. Isn't that like what the ending part of the last game is called? Yeah, I'll keep going. That's like what that whole ending sequence of the first game is called, isn't it? Alright, let's get started. This will be a little complicated, but I think I should explain where we are before jumping into the question. Oh, is this going to explain, like, how the... Yeah, I was just going to say how the times, like, make sense, or how the worlds make sense. Holiday Star takes place in a happy world where the Bad Boys Love route never began during the winter break in the third semester. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So completely Superficial. So naturally, up until now, the questions have been answered by the peaceful, undisturbed, otome route versions of each character. But because we're doing Bad Boys Love this time, we'll be calling on the versions of each character who lived or didn't live through BBL. So does that mean you're going to be a crazed, frozen thing or whatever you are, and I'm going to be a brain? Just don't think about it too hard and you'll be fine. That's how you get through life, isn't it, Ryota? In the end, it's just because unlike books or movies, visual novels have all kinds of branches and possibilities, even if it's a little odd for me to be saying that. Sorry, that was a little long, and sometimes it was hard. Questions, tell me what you think about this. This one is from Sorawo. What, was Hiyoko raised in an orphanage? I don't know, obviously that's what, like, Pikmin Tree sounds like. How has she managed to manage everything all this time? She was born in a cave. Harry isn't here, so I'll be answering for her again. Her parents died a long time ago in the Mesozoic era, but she was never taken in by an orphanage. She did live with my mother and me for a while, but she decided she'd rather live on her own in a cave. Well, that says a lot. I would prefer to live in a cold, damp, musty cave with no door that gets taken over by jackals when I'm not there, who I have to fight tooth and nail to the bitter end for survival to reclaim my patch, than to live with you and your mother in your house. Living by one's own strength is a hunter-gatherer's pride after all, and I am a vitality girl. I could never be like her. She's always so cool and tough, you know. On to the next question. This one is from Damrushi. For the doctor. What did you like so much about Professor Kawara? Oh, that's his dad, okay. What was so appealing about a good-for-nothing dove who couldn't even take care of his own family? He was just talking about his dad. It's so weird. That's what it says, Doctor. Wait, no, Doctor, stop. You can't just tear up the letter. You can't put them through the shredder either. Bebop, Rocksteady, it's completely destroyed. That is all. That's Wah! That's not an answer, Doctor. Sorry, Damarushi, I guess the subject of my Oh no, that's him talking. Sorry, Damarushi. I guess the subject of my father is a bit of a sensitive area with him. Dad never did come home much, though. I don't remember what kind of person he was either. I wonder what kind of boss he was for the doctor. I bet you they had, like, a lot of, like, they did a lot of overtime hours is what they did. Hey, Doctor, wait. Surely that's what they're insinuating, isn't it? Was there something else? The next question is for you, too. Tell me what you think about this. Could you please stay? The contents may warrant repayment, but the emergency room might be able to fix, but very well. Are you planning to break into the third dimension to claim vengeance, Doctor? Then again, you probably could. Anyway, I'll read it, and if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Let's not get anyone killed. Indeed. This is from Tommy. About how many aliases have you had to date, Doctor? Oh, yeah, jeez. Isn't his name Soma? Would you mind telling me what a few of them are? I don't keep them. That doesn't answer the question, sir. I think it is enough. Like, surely, like, isn't that what they're insinuating all through, like, the first game and this game, I suppose, that, like, if like, Shu at least, like, admired him a lot, like, I don't know if there was any, like, reciprocation, but, like, the doctor, like, really, really, really likes him. He really, 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 really likes him. That's true, but no one reading this will mind spoilers. No one listens to my radio show anyway. I don't mean inconvenient for them, I mean for me. I will be going now. Are there going to be questions for Nagaki? I want, like, my original ex-ghost boyfriend. Looks like you're having some trouble. Oh, it's Yuya again, of course. What are Yuya doing here? How about I answer that question for him? You're always here just when I need you, Yuya. You can pin me anytime. Speaking of, like, that, there was, like, this video that I saw about, like, where this one went around talking to people on, like, some Californian university's campus or whatever about the way people talk and what they think about it. And there was this guy, and he did explain this thing. He was like, oh, there's this voice that people do sometimes, and it's like their voice, their throat is like a C, and he put up his hand like in a C shape, And it's like, that's the best way I can explain it. It's like their throat, their mouth is like a C. And then he's like, and then he like did an impression. He was like, oh, "Hi guys," like that. And he was like, "Do you feel it? Like your throat is like a C." And the only thing I could think about was like the way Skip talks in Pleasantville, where he's like, "Hey bud," and Tobey Maguire was like, "Hey Skip," and he's like, "Yeah, well, hey bud," like that. And that's exactly the way he talked. Was like that guy in that video. I'll leak a little just to get back to normal. It's funny saying this game is back to normality. How ridiculous. You're always ready to reveal state secrets just when we need them. Well, that's a little harsh, isn't it? Anyway, moving right along, as you all know, his name as a member of the faculty of St. Pigeonations, and his name as a medical doctor is Iwamane Shu, and his name as a researcher for the Hawk Party, it was Isa Soma. That's the name I first knew him by. We also have evidence indicating that Ishikimishio, the public prosecutor who died suddenly a few years ago, might be the same person. And finally, there's a theory that his real identity is as the heir to the Ichijo group, but that's still just a rumor. He has quite a history, doesn't he? It all seems a little excessive to me. You're the one who has like a secret background as a spy with one blowjob. Like, I don't know what you're... Sorry, I can't stop calling him that ever since that one video where I couldn't remember his name. Anyway, that's it for me. Exit stage left. Bye, Yuya. Thank you. It's a little late now, but will he be okay? The doctor was awfully insistent about hiding those names, and he just blabbed all about them. He's probably going to get eaten by me all over again. But then again, he can take care of himself. It's not like the doctor could kill him or anything, even if he did find out. But he did kill him in one of the dimensions. Next letter. It's one from Sanya for Nagaki. Oh, here we go. Did you disappear entirely after BBL, or are you living on inside Ryota? Also, what would you have done if you had never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know and I can't stop crying. Aww. Nagaki will have to answer these himself. Oh, are you going to like draw him down? Are you going to summon his soul? You made me come in just a little while ago too. Sorry, but you're a really important figure in BBL, so we need to have you here. Yeah, he's actually like the center of the Hatoful boyfriend universe, pretty much. Sanya was asking about what happened to you after BBL. At the very least, we do know that I spoke to you when you woke up from hibernation. Right, let's take another look at that scene. Oh, is there going to be an instant replay? Oh my god, this is so exciting. Mr. Kuwara, Miss Tosaka, can you hear me? Morning is almost here. Wake up. I told you I wouldn't go back on my word. Well, I remember that. Oh, really? Maybe I don't remember that. I thought I remembered that. If you play through a second time. Jeez, that was a pretty bad spoiler. Yeah, that actually was a spoiler if I haven't seen it. I can't remember if I saw it or not. Are you sure it's okay to show that? There might be people who've cleared it but still haven't seen it. Oh, sorry. Watch now, it doesn't even exist or something. Wow, don't look. It's a little late for that now, Ryota. Yeah, see? Took the words right out of my mouth. And there's that cool Nagaki music again. Anyway, as you can see, my consciousness still seems to be here, so maybe I haven't disappeared completely. That's still pretty vague. I don't exactly exist to begin with. It's a little hard to imagine something that doesn't exist disappearing. Ryota just can't imagine it because some people ignore the strange and unusual, and Nagaki himself is strange and unusual. I don't know what happens after the end of BBL. Maybe I disappear later on, or maybe I end up sharing Mr. Kuwara's body. Well, that would be Ryota's dream, because then, then he could, have both him and Nagaki satisfying Harry's needs, or whatever. The way he was so hung up on that on Holiday Star. I'd like to see Hitori move on and finally start living for himself. Then I could disappear. It would be nice to see Professor Nanaki living happily. He's been through so much. It wasn't all fun and games for me either, but I definitely agree. How about the second question? Tell me what you think about this. Also, what would you have done if you'd never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know, and I can't stop crying. You can't stop crying? You know you can't change the past. You can't hope for a future that won't be allowed to come either. Didn't you think about where you wanted to go in life? He was just a child. Like, of course he didn't. Exactly. If nothing had ever happened, I probably would have gone on to college, graduated, and thought about things from there. It's pretty hard to know where you'll be a few years down the line. Sometimes it's long, and sometimes it's hard, but I haven't put any thought into my career path at all. I bet you'd make a good museum curator or a librarian or a writer. I've never really felt like writing books of my own. Being a curator would be interesting though. I'll think about it. What's this voice reminding me all of a sudden? I have no idea. For the world where you're still alive. Yes, something like that. Is that all? Yeah, thank you, Nagiki. Now goodbye. Have fun in the afterlife. This last one is anonymous. It's for... Oh my god, what? Have you stopped bleaching yourself or something? Hello, is this the recording room? Great, Big the cat all over again. Mr. Uzune, please come in and have a seat. Tea and biscuits and froggy. How nice. Yes, this is very nice. Would it be alright if I brought some home? I'd like to give them to Froggy. Oh yes, I think that would be fine. I'll wrap them up for you when we're done. Really? Oh, I'm so happy. Son, thank you. Oh my god. He's certainly quite talkative. It's almost hard to believe he's actually Professor Nanaki. Our last letter is addressed to you. I have a question for Hitori. You're supposed to have been good at studying, but were you able to go to school? You had your job as a lecturer, and after that you took care of the children. It certainly doesn't seem like you'd have the time. I don't go. I am enrolled, though. You're enrolled, but don't go? Is that, are you a truant? What do you care? This isn't like the Lana Winter special or whatever. This isn't like Ryota Quara Investigates. No, I'm a distance student. Oh, of course. Everyone helps out with the housework, so I have more than enough time left to study. Even so, I'm a little worried about leaving them for so long. If you wouldn't mind, I think I should be going soon. That's very caring guardian too. My father could stand to take a leaf out of his book if he weren't dead and wandering the afterlife. Like Manny Caballera, or whatever. Or, that's not even his real name. What is his second name again? It's not Caballera. It's not Caladega either. It's something like that. Thank you so much, Hitori. Thank you for having me. Now I must go find Froggy. It's almost like someone brought in a painting of the ideal young man to life. Jeez, who don't you have a crush on in this game, Ryota? Jeez. I wonder if I'll grow up to be as pleasant a person as him. You're not going to grow up at all. You have a terminal illness and you're going to die, remember? Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for all your letters. Thank you so much. Bye now. Oh my god, this is so crazy. That was really fun, though. I definitely do remember something like that happening at the end of the end of the first game. Maybe it wasn't exactly that though. Maybe it was just something similar I'm getting confused with, but oh well, it doesn't really matter anyway. The next part, sadly, will be the final part of Let's Play Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star with me, RockPaperMario. So let's make it a good one. We're going ahead next time with human form questions. Maybe we're going to appear in their cute boy forms again. So thanks a million for watching. Bye now.